Good afternoon. Welcome all to this webinar. I'm Neeraja Ganesh, working at Capgemini. I have about 24 years of experience with the IT industry. I've been primarily in program and portfolio management roles for banking clients. My strengths are people management, stakeholder engagement, and I believe I have good communication skills. So welcome to this webinar where we will understand why it is so important for all of us to have a 30-second pitch, and we will see how to make it happen. So why does one need a 30-second pitch? So as you can see from the pictures over there, the executives, recruiters, or anyone else that you are talking to and you would like to make an impression on don't necessarily have the kind of time that you would like to introduce yourself. And even if you manage to get some time with them, there's no guarantee that they are really actively listening to you. And that's the reason why we need a 30-second pitch. Now the question is, where and how does one start preparing a 30-second pitch? Now, though this webinar is not about resume writing, I do want to take a couple of minutes to talk about your resume, because I believe that your 30-second pitch starts from your resume. So hopefully all of us have our resumes ready, and if not, you should start there. Do your own resume and ensure that the resume talks about those differentiators that you bring to the table. As an example, if you are a tester, your resume and your pitch may sound like, I have 5 years of experience in testing, I've done some automation projects, these are the tools that I have worked on, these are the clients that I worked for, and I have always had a 0 defect delivery. Sounds like a good pitch within 30 seconds. But then what's so different between this pitch and maybe 100 others who got similar experiences and similar outcomes to talk about? Maybe there's a difference of 4 years of experience and 6 years of experience. Maybe there's a difference in the tools that one has used. But at the end of the day, there'll be 100 or more people who will have a similar resume and a similar pitch. And for someone like me or a recruiter who's going through these resumes, they wouldn't know whom to call and whom not to call for an interview, because there doesn't seem to be anything differentiating between one from the other. So that's the reason I'm taking this time to say, go back to your resume and see what are those differentiators that you had in one or more projects because of which you were a star. Is that captured in your resume? Because that's what is going to come into your 30-second pitch. Okay. So now, let's go back. Who remembers what introduction I did when we started? Is there someone who remembers? You can speak out.
Hi, Nisha, Nilima here.
I want to know, what did you remember or take away from my pitch? Okay, we will have further time to be more interactive. Maybe you just don't remember what I said as my introduction, or mine was a bad pitch. But let me go back. So what did I say? I said Neeraja Ganesh from Capgemini. I have 24 years in the IT industry. Why did I say that? I just didn't say I'm from the IT industry. Right? I mentioned 24 years because that's a lot of time. Yes, I'm ancient, so I'm 24 years into the IT industry. And I think that's important for people to know, because that kind of conveys that I have seen how the IT industry has grown from then to now. So obviously, some good experience. Next one I said was I do program and portfolio management for banking clients. Now, why did I say banking clients? I could have said I manage programs and portfolios, large clients, and things like that. But I said banking clients. The reason I said that was because out of these 24 years, about 20 years of my experience has been only with banking. And that's something significant, or that is something different to other program portfolio managers who might have worked across industries. You know, they could have done manufacturing, insurance, banking, and something else. But when somebody has worked all along in a particular domain, that makes the person on the other side think that the kind of experience from that domain will be immense. Okay. And the other reason I said banking clients is because I have some big names in my field, right? I have worked with big banking captives or big banking clients, and I do want them to ask me, which are those banking organizations that you work for? Now, I can't put all of this in my pitch, right? If I do that, it will not be 30 seconds. But I am giving cues in my pitch so that after the 30 seconds, people will want to ask me certain questions, and I'm giving only those cues which I believe are important, and I can progress the conversation based on that. What did I say after that? I said my key strengths are people management, stakeholder interaction, communication. Now, I could have said various things when we talk about program portfolio management. I could have said, I use these tools to manage my projects. I'm extremely good at scheduling, tracking, reporting. You know, I always ensure my quality metrics are green, schedule variance, effort variance is great. But I didn't say any of that, because that is what a program manager is supposed to do. So I'm sure every other program manager will have that as their, will have it in their resume and in their pitch. So I want to talk about something which I believe are my key strengths, which will also engage the person to whom I'm pitching and will make them ask me some questions after the 30 seconds. So as an example, when I say my key strengths are people management, maybe the person who will talk to me will say, okay, can you tell me some examples of how you managed teams and people? And I have a very good story around that, right? So I want to state that. I want people to know that. And that is why I'm talking about these three key skills and nothing else. So the idea behind it is that bring out those elements which are going to be the differentiators between you and all your other competitors, which will make the person want to talk to you beyond the 30 seconds and say, okay, fine, can we meet up tomorrow? Send me your CV. I would like to know more about this aspect, and get going, because that's the idea behind this pitch. You want to be remembered, you want to be spoken to for more time, you want your CV to go there and be called for an interview. Okay? All right, so where do we start? How do we start? These are our, usual starting troubles. So here at Just for Her, we would like to give you some simple tips to make a start. If you don't even know how to start, where to start, these are some basics that need to go into your pitch. Your name. So what I wanted to do was to take one of the pitches that I have seen in the recent times and go through what I said in terms of the tips and see whether it is really good. So Geeta, I am taking your 30-second pitch and going to play that for everyone, and let's see how that goes. Where is it? I can't play this. Okay, no, that's not the one. Okay, all right. Can everyone hear this? I took a 3-year break for my family and let me restart it. I'm just restarting it. I took a 3-year break for my family and then started a business, retail business with my husband. I was managing it for around 8 years, during which time I realized my potential for content writing. Because I understand technology, market and the customers, I am able to deliver different types of content for different types of clients. Thank you. Okay, so that was a great pitch. Geeta, thank you for making me use your pitch. Okay, we will do that. So it had all the elements that we did speak about. She has told us about what she's done in the past, the break that she had, and what she does today. So I think more or less all the tips have been followed. But if you look at it, I know Geeta well, and I feel that she left out something in that. Content writing, there are many people who do content writing, and their pitches may be similar to what Geeta told us today, right? They had some experience in the past, and now they are doing content writing, and that past experience is helping them with this content writing. What's so very different about Geeta's? The one thing that I know about hers is the kind of diversity of content that she writes. She writes from travelogues to Kodaikanal to Munnar to blockchain. She does white papers. She writes up quizzes. So that's kind of a variety and, extremely diverse content. And that is something which I feel she missed out in her pitch. Now, yes, you want to cram all of this in 30 seconds, but as I said, also think about what is that one or two things that you want to leave in the pitch so the person says, wow, I do want to talk to you more. So Geeta, if you change your pitch, remove a couple of things that you have said so that you get 5 to 10 seconds to put this in to say that I write diverse content from this to blockchain to etc. I'm sure if it was me or somebody else would say, Geeta, how do you manage that? I want to know more about it. So do you want to give us this updated pitch now?
I can give it a try.
Please do.
Yeah, fine. So I'm Geeta Pradeep. I'm a freelance content writer from Cochin. I have 4 years experience in software development. I have 2 years experience in IT teaching. And I'm a full-time freelance writer for the last 4 years. I also did some business for a few years. I feel that my variety of content that I write helps me a lot in getting because I write from travel to IT to parenting and advanced IT topics also because I understand it. So I think that's my USP. Thank you.
Right. So feedback. Obviously, I won't comment on the stress and pressure levels because you've been put on a spot. I'm sure you'll do a better job, when you are more relaxed, and we'll allow you to do that and practice it. But the fact is that I think it might have gone a little more than 30 seconds. So I'll give you a second chance. This time, maybe we don't want the video because I think there is some network issue. Maybe just the audio will do. So something you will have to remove from your pitch because it's going a little bit above 30 and keep this diversity of content. Let's try one more. Just the audio.
Fine. Fine. I'll just do the audio.
Yeah. Freelance content writer from Cochin, Kerala. I started my career.
Shall I?
Yeah.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Yeah, fine. Yeah. Hello, I'm Geeta Pradeep. I'm a full-time freelance content writer. I have been an IT trainer for 2 years, a software project lead for 5 years. But writing was my passion, and I'm a full-time freelance writer for the last 4 years. I write on a range of topics from travel, career, parenting, positivity, and IT. I've also written some stories and fiction too. I can deliver quality articles on a wide range of topics.
Good.
Thank you.
It was definitely, better, and I'm sure I'll be more interested, to talking to you now than with your first pitch. Great going. So this is an example of how we start with the very basics and then we refine our pitches. So don't worry, all of us take time. It's not that, we get it right the very first time. That is why I said first look at your CV because it will have those standout points. If it does not, write those standout points and then bring it into your pitch. Practice. You can practice it all alone in front of the mirror if you're shy, or if you have a confidant with whom you can practice who will give you constructive feedback. Do that. You'll have to do it a few times, time it, refine it, and then get the final pitch ready. So let's have some other volunteers. We have about 20 more minutes, 25 more minutes. Let's make the best use of this time. Who wants to go next? Richard, do you want to try?
Sure. Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I'll just talk about my 30-second pitch. Okay. So this is Richa here. I'm an MBA and I worked with Dell for 9 years with their customer support. Took a 3 years break for motherhood and thoroughly enjoyed it. Now I want to get back to work. My skills or what I feel that I am best would be organizational and analytical skills. And I would like to start again with customer support or anything to do with customer experience because I think that's my strength.
Good, good. I think you covered it, covered most of it that we think that should be there in the pitch. Just think, your educational background, you could, speak about it a little differently. I have an MBA is a good thing, or, you could possibly say that, I have a master's in business administration, just to kind of, give it a little more polish and weight. But I think, you've done a good job. Thank you, Richa. Next.
Thanks, Neeraja.
Do we have volunteers or should I call out names? Tanuja?
I want to try.
Yes, please.
Hi, I am Megha. I have 11 years of experience in service sector. I have been working in different roles and portfolios during this journey. Other than that, lately I was engaged in a reconciliation team where I was handling 10 people and was responsible for all aspects like people, process, quality, and their trainings. Since December 16, I am on sabbatical leaves and want to rejoin office. Thank you.
Good.
Yeah,
That was
that's it.
You did bring out the elements that you've done in the past. You spoke about your break. But did you tell us what you would like to do going forward?
No, I understand.
Right, so that's something which is very important because this is another tip that I will give you, though this is not a resume writing session, but it's a tip that I will give you for those of you who've done variety of things in the past and would like to probably do something very different going forward. Your CV as well as your pitch has to be very clear about what you want to do. Because I will focus on that particular element and say, okay, fine, I have stuff for you that you can probably deliver, or sorry, I'm not the right person, so that we don't waste each other's time. So you have to be very clear about what you want to do going forward. Great, Megha. I think it just needs a little more tuning. Please, record your pitch with this improvisation and send it out. At the end of this webinar, there will be details of, how you all can record your final pitches and send it to us. We'll make those details available. Who's the next person? Gayatri?
Can I give it a shot?
Okay, Gayatri wants to try, so let's give her a chance.
All right. Hi, I'm Gayatri. I have a degree in Bachelor's of Science and I have about 8 years experience in different companies like Convergys, Tesco and Oracle. In my previous experience with Oracle, I have been a training coordinator and a live virtual class producer. And I've taken a break for about 4.5 years for motherhood. I've learned a lot during the break. Like I've learned about patience and stress management. So I'm going to go ahead and start my career back with all the skills that I've gained.
Good,
Thank you.
good. Not sure whether it was 30 or 40 seconds, but doesn't matter. I think she did mention all the things that, one needs to. Important point that she brought out, the things that she learned during her break, stress management, a very good element, because that is something that you will pull along to say, okay, fine, during my break, I've understood and, figured out how to manage stress and be more patient, and those are the attributes or qualities that I would be putting to use in my next job, which is around whatever, right? So great. Next.
Hi, Neeraja.
Hi, who's this?
Neelima.
Ah, Nilima, go for it. Okay.
Hi, everyone.
We would like to see you also. Can you come on the video?
I would like to go for audio, Neeraja.
Okay, all right. Let's not embarrass you. Come on.
Okay. Hi everyone, I'm Neelima Goel. I'm a postgraduate diploma in business management with HR and finance as my dual specialization. I have 7 years of HR experience, majorly into HR generalist profile, where my key strengths include induction, training, and recruitment. I have handled majorly retail clients, and I took a break of 5 years, but during this, because of motherhood, and during this 5 years, I've learned two important things. Nurturing two skills. One was life, and one was my hobby. So I learned a lot about nurturing a new life, and my hobby, that was artwork. I took it to a different level. I would like to continue with my HR career. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Yes, I'm just looking at the clock to see whether it's going to, change the minute hand. So it's not yet a minute, probably 50 seconds or something. Good. So you have to cut down on something to make it 30 seconds. What can you cut down? I'm just trying to think. Yeah, probably the education bit. Maybe you can just mention the business management that you did. If you think that the elements of HR are important, the three things that you said, then keep that. Otherwise, probably you can just say that, I was into HR and then I took a break. During the break, these are the two things that I learned, and going forward, I'm using that, in an HR career. So all the elements, the right elements
Okay.
are there, but since we want to trim it down to 30, just, maybe the bit around the education can be probably reduced. Try it out and please send us the updated video. Do you want to try it once more?
Okay.
We will time it.
Okay.
Got a stop clock now.
Okay.
Good.
Hi everyone, I'm Neelima Goel. I have completed my PGDBM in HR and finance. I have 7 years of experience as an HR generalist profile, where my key strengths include induction, training, and recruitment. I have taken 5 years of break into motherhood, and I've learned to nurture a new life and hobbies, artwork. I would come back to my career, that's HR career.
Okay. 30, 31 seconds. So, all right. Getting it now. Good.
Okay.
Who wants to try next? I hope this is useful to everyone. So the idea behind doing this is for us to, make a start, because sometimes people, really shy away from even making a start. Okay, so this is, an opportunity where you can see that you're not alone. Everyone is, in a similar state. Some are better prepared than the others. That's fine. But all of us go through the same, challenges of where to start, how to start, what to put in, what not to put in. So this is, you're not going to look in pitching here, because I'm not really looking at employing anyone, but I'm trying to coach you into, getting there. So make the best use of this time. And the fact that, there are others who are also around will also give you tips. I'm sure after this webinar, because most of us are well connected, they will also tell you that this worked well and this probably needs to change. Like, I know so much about Geeta that I was able to give her that feedback. So somebody else may know more about you and will say, hey, Neelima, I think you should definitely include this. So that's the idea behind this. Okay, who's next?
Hi Neeraja, this is Shubha.
Shubha?
Hello.
Okay.
Hi Neeraja, I would like to go next.
Yes, please. We are timing you.
Shall I?
Yes.
Hi everyone, I'm Shubha. I have bachelor's in computer science and engineering. I have around 10 years of experience in information technology with reputed organizations like Infosys, Verizon, Fannie Mae, and Freddie Mac in both India and United States. I relocated to Bangalore 3 years ago and took career break to support my daughter with her transition. And during this break, I got trained in latest technologies like big data, Hadoop ecosystems, and data analytics. I'm looking for an exciting opportunity in big data and business analytics space. Thank you.
Okay, it is 37 seconds. Okay. I think probably you can remove the word reputed organizations if you really want to name the organizations and keep the names, but adjectives can be removed because we all know they are reputed, because at the end of the day we want to cut it to 30 seconds, right? So those finer things you could probably, when you time yourself and if you have the script ready, you can keep both of them together and see, okay, what are those 1 or 2 words that I can knock off from here or there and make it 30. But yes, good, you covered everything that's needed. I definitely want to talk to you more.
Sounds good.
Who's next? Is it Srividya?
Hello.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Who is it?
Hi, my name is Millie.
Millie. Okay.
And I would like to go next.
Okay, please.
Actually, I'm facing a little bit of issue with my net, so I'm connected via the phone. Is that fine?
That's fine. We can hear you well.
Sure. So I'll go next. My name is Millie Gupta. I'm a chartered accountant with 15 years of diverse post-qualification experience. I have worked on SAP implementation, process migration to service center training, and my last role was of global COE lead for cash and bank process in Maersk Line. The role entailed managing teams in 4 locations who helped me manage the global bank accounts, fund management, etc. I love to lead from front. I took a career break last year, August, to look after my 9th grader who needed some personal time from me. But I think I can take up some part-time project-based assignments to keep going.
Okay, so it's 37, 38 seconds. It was good that you articulated your previous experiences well, but probably I think that is where you need to cut it a little short, because we would need to know and we would like to know you took a break for your child, which is great. So I don't think you should get rid of that. But probably when you're talking about your experiences, maybe that is where you have to see and cut down for 5 seconds and bring this to 30.
Sure. Sure. Thanks, Neeraja.
Who wants to go next? Shruti?
Yeah, sure.
Neeraja, could I? Hello?
Yeah, we have Shruti who will do this and then we will go to the next person. Yep. Come.
Hi ladies, I'm Shruti Shetty. Yeah, so I did my master's in business administration in international finance and marketing, and I was a banker with ICICI Bank. I took a long break from motherhood, and during this break I learned contract negotiation, resource allocation, budget management and brand management. I'd love to jump back into work after my break in corporate communication, content creation and public relation.
Fantastic. On the dot.
Okay.
Yes. Good. That's really good. Okay. So you should also be submitting your video pitch.
Oh, mine was the first.
Oh, what was it?
Yeah.
Maybe I haven't seen it then.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. There was someone who wanted to speak when Shruti came. Who is that?
Yeah, hi, Neeraja. I hope you can hear me. This is Mariam here.
Hi, Mariam. Yes, please. Let me just
hi. So I would
set the clock and we can start.
Okay, fine. Okay. So I'm just going to start now. Hi, I'm Mariam. I have an overall experience of 10 years, 7+ years as a HCM functional consultant. I worked on HRIS technologies, Oracle apps, and strategic business management. I've completed my master's in HR. I took a career break to raise my family, and now I look forward to returning back to the workforce as a business partner. Thank you.
Good. So it was only 26. Okay. So you can actually add some more meat to it. So while I was looking at the clock, I thought another way that you all can try to do this is figure out what was the most important thing amongst the 3 things, right? So we are talking about education, we are talking about past experience, we are talking a little about your break, and then what you want to do. So each of us has probably got a different, weight to each of this. If you feel that your past experience, is something which you want to talk about the most, then, you cut down the 30 to say, okay, fine, I'll give that 10 seconds. I will give my education 5 seconds. I'll give, my break if you really want to talk about what all you did in the break, which this is what you want to aspire to do, then you give that amount of time to talking about the break. That will help us, I think. Otherwise, the whole thing is 35 and we are trying to think about where should I cut it. So each of you knows yourself best. Which part of your life do you want to give most importance to, because that is where those differentiators are coming from. Slice it, give each of these that kind of time durations, and then try to record it. I think it will be easier for you to bring it to 30 if it's going beyond. Okay. Okay, Mariam, so we look forward to your 30-second pitch. Make it 30, bring in something more relevant also into it and send it to us. We'll tell you where to send it.
Okay, sure.
Okay, next. Sapna? Okay, anybody else while Sapna comes on board? We have another good 15 minutes. 15 minutes into 30 seconds is a lot of time and a lot of pitches that we can have.
Hi. Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, who's that?
Hi, ma'am. This is Jyoti. I am postgraduate in commerce and I have total experience in accounts and share trading. And just because of motherhood, I have just took a break of 5 years, and now I want to restart with the same sector like accountancy and from home.
Okay, that was a quick one. Okay, that was quick, probably 15 seconds. So you can, probably put in a little bit more. So you told me you're a chartered accountant and you also had an interest in share trading. Is that what you said?
No, ma'am, not chartered accountant actually. I have done MCOM.
Okay, so
and I have worked in share trading too.
You have worked.
I have experience in share trading.
No,
I've worked in
right. I didn't get it right. So probably you can, reword that bit to say that, I've got my master's in commerce and I have worked in, a share trading firm or whatever that was. And I've taken a break for 5 years for motherhood and I'm all recharged now as my son or daughter has grown up and I have time available where I can bring back my previous experiences and get back into a similar role. Something of that sort, right? You can probably elongate that a little bit.
Okay. Thank you.
Looking forward to seeing your improvised pitch. Who's next? Why are the others keeping quiet? Are you feeling shy? There's nothing to feel shy about. I'm sure you all have joined this webinar because you all want to learn how to do your 30-second pitches. And this is the best place to practice because you are getting immediate feedback which you can go back, put it in place and get your pitch ready. You will probably not have this kind of resources available to you after this webinar. You'll have to probably wait for another week with some other mentor coming on board. So I think you should make use of your time that you're investing here by giving your pitch.
Hi, Neeraja ma'am. Hello.
Yeah, who is this?
Yeah, it's me, Priyadarshini. Am I reachable?
Yes.
I would request all of you except Priyadarshini to be on mute so that we can hear her.
Priyadarshini, do you want to put on your video? Because we've already been doing audio. Let's look at the video.
Yeah, I have already shared the video with Shruti.
Live with we seeing you on the screen.
Okay. Okay, so as such, I have just joined the meeting. I have missed all meetings what you have shared with us.
To get the video on, do that. Otherwise, go ahead and do an audio pitch.
Okay.
Please the others to be on mute as I'm not able to hear her completely.
Okay, so just can you kindly briefly just brief out me what did you share with us?
No, Priyadarshini, do you want to give me a 30-second pitch now?
Okay, so I have to upload the video?
No, what we are asking you to do is, as you're speaking now, just speak out.
Okay.
You assume
Okay.
that you're making your 30-second pitch to me and speak that out. We will listen to it and we will give you feedback if there is something that needs improvisation. Go ahead.
Okay. Hi, I am Priyadarshini from Noida. I have been, sorry. Okay, I'm saying like again. Hi, I'm Priyadarshini Gupta from Noida. Used to be technical writer in IT companies. I have total 5 years of experience and in technical writing and have expertise my skills in technical documents, business documents and web content writing. I have taken my career break regarding motherhood and currently wants to restart my career in creative writing and office administration. Thank you.
All right. I think 25, 26 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know whether you mentioned about your education. You could if you would like to.
Oh no, I missed it. Yeah, I missed it.
You can keep that in mind. Okay, so you've done content writing. If you want to go back to content writing, we can hear some songs in the background, please. I don't know who that is. Okay, it was Priyadarshini's. All right. So my feedback is that good. You said that you did content writing in IT, and the span of content that you've done web-based, and all of that is good. What if you have a specific type of a company that you're targeting? If you want to get back into IT, technical writing, or if you want to do something else, that will be added after you say that, you know, I'm looking to get back into content writing. That will make it a complete 30-second pitch. All right, who's next? We've got, yeah, who's that?
I'm Shikha Desai.
Yes, Shikha, please.
My pitch is, hi, I'm Shikha. I have a total 17 years of experience in IT, in manual testing and other quality and production processes. I'm a master in business management and PG in computer applications. My key strengths are planning, estimation, and team management. I have a break of 1 year due to relocation issues. In the meantime, I learned Selenium. Now I want to get back to work, preferably in automation field. Thank you.
Okay, it was about 24 seconds. So, there was something that I did want to tell you when you spoke about you had a break for a year due to relocation. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's fair enough. And you said you learned some new tools during your break?
Oh yeah, I learned Selenium.
Okay. So was that connected to what you were doing in the past, or you learned this because you want to do something different in future?
Yeah, it was.
It was
manual testing to automation testing.
Okay, so that is probably something that you have to say, right? So you have to say that in your past experience you were around manual testing and you had to take it to relocation. Meanwhile, you thought that you would want to learn a tool which will help you move from manual testing to automation testing and to pick up Selenium. And now you're back looking to start in, you know, some kind of automation testing roles. So you could kind of, you know, have a continuity that way. So what I'm trying to say here is, while we are talking about different elements, I did this, now the break, I did this course, and now I want to restart. Let's also try to build a story which is continuous, so that the person, you know, sees not that, okay, she did something there, not the job, so probably did a thing, right? So let's try to build that story also. Let it be continuous.
Okay.
Good. Okay.
Right.
You want to try it once more now with this feedback?
Not now. I will practice later.
Okay, all right. So we will see it afterwards.
Thank you.
Who wants to go next?
Thank you.
Another fun.
Yeah, hi Neeraja, this is Savita.
Savita, okay.
Yeah, this is Savita. I have masters in computer science. I have more than 15 years experience in the IT space, spread across product and services domain. and my last job was on estimation. I have a certified function point specialist. I was in that role, and now for the past year and a half I've been on a career break, where in this period I learned this was more on a learning and personal break, where I learned on I did a course on homeopathy, and I'm also taking care of my child. She's a teenager. It is a tough job where you have to learn how to do time management, resource management, and manage stress. And now I'm looking for uh, getting back to the IT space in the as a consultant or a part-time thing.
Okay,
Thank
it was 50 seconds. Okay, so
okay.
a lot of that you will need to trim. Your last role was in estimation function point specialist.
Correct.
What was the significance of saying that? Do you want the person to ask you more around that? Is that something that you want to continue doing in the new role? I mean, I don't know, why was that significant? I didn't understand. So did you say that because you want to imply something?
No, it's like I wanted to say that I'm open to all these things, whether it's product delivery or estimation space also.
Yeah, so I think you don't probably need to say my last role was this, okay? So I got the point.
Yeah, okay.
You said that you were in the IT. Till then, it was really good. You know, IT industry, 15 years, diverse, domains that you work, which was good. Probably this is not needed, so you can skip that.
Okay.
Take a break to look after your teenage child, and that also you can trim a little, because you did say what it allowed you to learn, which was good, but you'll have to put that together. I took a break to look after my child who's now a teenager, and I learned XYZ, and I'm now all looking forward to restart in the IT space. Now the bit about homeopathy, I don't know how that fits into this. There should be
it doesn't. Yeah.
If you want that to have some significance, then bring that out. If not, then you can keep that aside, because we want to bring it to 30 from 50.
Correct. Yeah, got it.
Good.
Thank you.
You want to try it again now?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Savita.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll start. Yeah, this is Savita, and I'm a master's in I have master's in computer science, and I've been in the IT space for more than 15 years. And here I've worked in the product, services, and estimation domain. And now I'm on a career break from past year and a half. In this period, I've taken this break for child rearing, and she's a teenager. In this period, I've learned how to manage children, how to give them time, and also have patience. And now I'm all geared up to get back to the IT domain.
Good. So from 50 we've come to 38, which is good, right? So really good improvement. But we have to further reduce 8 seconds. So you can, write down your script and see what you think is not relevant for the person, and what is relevant. As I said, give those cues which you want to talk about. I'm sure you want to talk about a few things, and that's why you're trying to pitch it in, but don't put everything in the pitch. Just give a cue to say, okay, when I was in the IT industry, this, so that if you want to talk a little bit more about a particular sector, the person can ask you, and then you can go and talk about it, right? But good improvement. The spot, if you're able to reduce by 10 seconds, I'm sure with practice and a script in your hand, and the way I said, slice it down to durations for each of those portions in your pitch, I think you'll be able to get there. Anybody else wants to try? We've got 2-3 minutes more remaining.
Hi, Neeraja.
Yes, I would
Ruchi here.
Sorry, one person who...
Hi, Neeraja.
Yes, who is
Hi, Neeraja. I'm Ruchi here. Are you able to hear me?
Ruchi.
Hello. Hi, I'm Ruchi. Yeah.
Okay, Ruchi, please.
Can I start?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. Hi. I'm Ruchi here. I'm a chartered accountant. I have 9 years of qualification experience, wherein I have worked 3 years with chartered accountant firms and 6 years with various corporates, wherein I was closely working with the top management, preparing various pitches and facilitating the audits. I have also closely worked with the various big fours. I took a motherhood break for 5 years. Now I want to join into the workforce, into controllership or taxation. Hello?
Yeah, okay.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were able to hear that, and it is well within 30 seconds. You can slow down a little, because I thought when you started, probably you were rushing it. Sometimes we do it because we know we want to finish it in 30 seconds. So you can slow down a little. But I got the elements about what your past experience was, why you took a break, and you want to get back to what you were doing. So I think you've got the right things in there. Just slow down a little, and I think you'll be good. You want to?
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Do you want to try once more?
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
No. Okay.
Yeah, let's hear Ruchi.
Shall I start?
And then we'll go to the other person.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, I am Ruchi here. I am a chartered accountant. I have 9 years of post-qualification experience, wherein I have worked with the chartered accountant firms and various corporates. While I was working with corporates, I have closely worked with the top management and the big fours, facilitating the various kinds of audits like tax audits, stat audits, and preparing various pitches for the management. I took a 5 years of motherhood break, and now I want to join back into the workforce, into the similar kind of role.
Good. 28 seconds. Good. Right. So, yeah, if 28 is, I mean, 30 doesn't have to be 30. It can be 28. So that's fine. If you believe you've covered everything, that's good enough. So we will look forward to your video.
Okay, fine. Okay, sure.
There was someone
Thank you.
Who wanted to speak as Suchi was speaking. Who's that?
Yes, this is Divya. Can you hear me?
Divya, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. This is Divya Chanani. I have human resources. I have total of 6 years experience, out of which 4 years I have worked as an HR executive and 2 years as a consultant in the US. I have taken a maternity break of 1.5 years. I would like to go back to my career again. And in HR, I've done various activities ranging from recruitment, onboarding, exit formalities, performance management, training and development. Thank you.
Okay, on the dot 30. So you've got everything there. Probably this last bit that you said about various aspects of HR, you can put it, before you talk about your break, because that is where you're talking about your experience. So let it, as I said, let it be a continuous story. So this last sentence that you said, put it along with your experience. Then you talk about your break and break from motherhood. And now I would like to restart. If there is something during the break that helped you keep in touch with HR or whatever else, you can mention that, but it was done 30 seconds, so good. You want to?
Yeah, I did some course on digital marketing.
So that is important.
During my break.
Very important. You can't leave out these things, right? So as I said, probably it's just coming to my mind that while you practice your pitch or before you write your script, I think it will be a good idea to show it to a couple of your close friends, family who know you better, because they will be able to say, hey, why have you left this out? Or I think this is not relevant, but I think this should go in. Because sometimes we, and it's more for women, we kind of downplay many of the things that we have done. So it would be a good idea to run it past a couple of people who know you really well, who are, good constructive feedback for you, and then, go ahead and do it. So we will hear your pitch, and then it's close to 1. So we'll.
Neeraja, to stop it, that's a very wonderful tip which you gave it
Right.
to her, to share her pitch with other people who are very close to her. That will, in a way, motivate other women also.
Right.
To give their 30-second pitch, and whether they are working or not working. Because when we are in a continuous job, we always forget all these things.
Right.
Because when we switch, we always face these kind of challenges. So this will indirectly motivate other women too for that.
Great. All right. So let's hear from, who was it, Divya, right?
Yeah, Divya was talking.
Yes, Divya, and then we will give you details about how to send your videos.
Sure. So this is Divya Chanani. I have done Masters in Human Resources. I have a total of 6 years experience, out of which 4 years I have worked as an HR executive. I've taken care of various activities in HR ranging from recruitment, training and development, employee engagement and payroll. And 2 years I've worked as a consultant in the US. Now I've taken a break of 1.5 years for maternity, and during this break, to polish my skills, I did a course in digital marketing.
Wonderful. It's coming to 31 seconds. That's fine. It's good. All right. So thank you all. You've been a great audience, and it was a pleasure to kind of interact with you. And some of you were just not prepared, but you were willing to go ahead and pitch here, which is wonderful. Please do a little bit more of practice. Remember my tips. Those of you who have not practiced at all, you can start with those 5 things. Remember the differentiator which you need to bring in. Talk about only those elements which are, you know, something that you want to further take the conversation around. Otherwise, skip it out from your pitch. It's not really required.
Gayatri has a doubt, Neeraja. She wants to ask you some questions.
Right.
Yeah, Neeraja, so my doubt is, if I want to start my career completely different from what I was doing, so how would I portray my pitch? Like, I have no experience in what I'm interested in doing further.
Right. So, so you will have to then give that element a bit more time in your pitch, right? So don't go about saying my experience in the past was this, because you want to really talk about what you want to do, but why you want to do that, what have you gained in terms of skills or strengths, which makes you think that, you know, you want to do that. That is what your emphasis should be in the pitch. So then you probably, you know, spend 5 seconds to say your introduction, your education background and past experience if you really want to, because this is a completely different thing that you want to talk about. So you should be game to start as a fresher. I hope so, because mostly people will not consider your past experience if you're really starting into something completely new. So in that case, the past experience doesn't even have to be spoken about, as long as you are open to, you know, start as a fresher. So give your 20-25 seconds on this aspect. So that's why I said slice your 30 seconds into what is the most important thing that you want to convey and give that, you know, the priority. Done? Okay, all right. So we are going to tell people how
Thank you so much, Neeraja. Thank you so much. The tips will really help. I think everyone will agree what Neeraja said just now. All the tips which she has shared, it will really help us to modify our 30-second pitch, irrespective of where we are, whether we are working or non-working. But at every point of time in our career, we need that 30-second pitch to elevate us. It internally motivates us, make us ready for our new career start, be it change, be it in the same career, be it a career break where we want to restart it. That 30-second pitch is the baseline when we go out and meet a prospective employer. Do you agree with that, Neeraja?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So we are looking forward for all videos of all your beautiful ladies so that we can see you, and we will share the guidelines also with all of you, how to take a video in a portrait manner or a landscape. All these guidelines will be shared with you in a feedback email, which will just shoot in a few minutes. Please read those guidelines, and in any case of any doubt also, there is a number and an email ID is also mentioned over there. Call us, drop us an email, whatever is convenient to you. We will give you, after even this webinar also, there will be a one-to-one mentoring session with Shruti. She will help you and guide you, whatever the tips you have taken from Neeraja. She will also help you to how to shoot your video. That would be a wonderful session again. Thank you so much for attending that. You will receive an email. You can share your feedback also about this webinar. There will be a Google form. You share your feedback, share your doubts, share your learning also. That would be great help for us to move forward.
Yeah, so I would like to say please do share your feedback, because I believe feedback is important. Just like I gave feedback to all of you, I would like to receive feedback because I need to improve from where I am. So please do give feedback. Divya here tells me that it's a struggle to get feedback after webinars, and I'm wondering why, because if you liked it, please go ahead and say, and if you didn't like it, please go ahead and tell us that also, because that's the only way we can give you better webinars in future. Great audience. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.